Dun, what's going on, beautiful people? We are here to talk about our Chicago Bulls. But what's going on? We got a game. We don't know if Zach LaVine is necessarily going to be playing tonight or not. That's something that remains to be seen. He got downgraded from probable to questionable, so they may just be giving him some rest tonight, especially considering it's the first game on a back-to-back. If not tonight, then maybe it'll be tomorrow. But we'll see. Yo, Trent is hot. Who is Trent and why are they hot? What's going on? What's going on with Trent? I haven't really been paying attention to the comments, the last little bit. Been getting stuff together after work and shit. What did I miss? What's going on with Trent? Oh, you're talking about the game? Get out of here with that. Y'all probably still lose though. So it is what it is. What's up, brother? What's going on, David Double O? What's going on, my brother? Listen, I'm telling. If Zach doesn't play tonight, it's going to be even more important for the team to lock in. Don't be surprised if Vooch gets the night off as well as my cat just has to get into the video. Just why? That's crazy. That's crazy. Nonetheless, cat aside, cat wants to be a YouTuber. Apparently, cats work better on streams anyway. It is what it is. First of all, I'm gonna tell you like this, been repping. Anyone who has to come in and spam another team's chat, it tells me you're nervous because otherwise you wouldn't be doing it. The proof will be in the pudding. So all this Raptors finna shit on you, fam. All that tells me, bro, is that you're worried about it. I mean, hey, even if y'all do win, that's fine. We've beat y'all multiple times this season. We started off our season when most Raptors fans was, oh, y'all remember when the Raptors fans were saying the gateway to the East goes through us and y'all is shit. So, hey, it is what it is. Nobody's worried about it. No, LaVine, very bad for us, but we will see. Yep, for sure. Absolutely. Raptors are the eighth seed. That team has no depth at all. Listen, and don't like three of their players are literally like 1, 2, and 3 in minutes played in the NBA this season. So like they got to rely heavily on their starters, right? Heavily on their starters. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like I said before, the one thing about it just came out. Cody Westland did say Zach LaVine is available to play tonight. So even with that all said, man, leave that all said, yeah. So, bro, like literally, you're the one in here with so many. You're an idiot. Like that's all it is. You're an idiot. Like your team is eighth, bro. Eighth, and we beat y'all back when we had everyone injured. So get the fuck out of here with that shit. Get out of here with that shit, right? It's so crazy, man. It's so crazy when people like this is what I mean. People are that insecure. This is why I say Raptors fans have very much become like Drake fans, right? You know how like Drake fans insert themselves into hip hop conversations because they don't have any hip hop knowledge. They're just Drake fans, so they think everything is about Drake when it comes to hip hop. Raptors fans have now done the same thing. Same thing when it comes to basketball. They have no real basketball knowledge at all. They just talk shit, and most of it be empty, right? Empty as shit. Empty as shit. They are the loudest eighth seed with a fucking one title ass team ever in history. Ever. So yeah. I'm worried about Van Vliet. Yeah, he can definitely go off. That is for sure. Ain't no way he used injury as excuse when we missing half our damn team. Oh man, that is funny. Q do for Kobe. Yep, it's time. It's time. It's an automatic L for you, fam. Your team has been shit. No, well, again, I think we've had like y'all had a couple of runs in one title. Like that's it. We've had several different rebuilds and put together two very good playoff teams over the course of that time. You got to try harder, bro. You got to try harder. Matter of fact, this isn't even because of anything. He's just an idiot, and we don't have time for idiots in the stream. We're gonna let him sit out for a minute. That's what we're gonna do. He needs to sit down, just like his team's gonna sit down for a minute. 4 games is a lot, especially with such a stat conference. Try again though. Listen, Raptors fans are the biggest insecure group in the world. Like that's what like it literally since the time I started this podcast, Raptors fans have literally been the loudest people with not much to say. Not much to say at all. Who comes off the bench first between Tony Bradley and Tyler Cook? It will be. It depends. I think it depends on what the team needs. If it's an offensive kick that they need or some energy, I think it has to be Cook. But Bradley's put together a couple of solid games. He didn't play a lot, but the game before that, he had that double point game, and then also 6 rebounds. So it is what it is. I didn't delete his messages. I just put them on timeout for a minute. That's all. Just put them in timeout for a minute. I can at least still see his messages. That Drake analogy is 100. I literally shut up barbershops when Drake is started the convo. Listen, and that's the thing. Especially, it was so funny during the Pusha T and Drake beef, right? When Drake dropped Duppy Freestyle, people were like, it's over. It's over. This, and this. This is the same person in Drake who talked about Kid Cudi's mental health. Then when Pusha finally responded, right? It was, oh, it's off. This is off the walls. He shouldn't have mentioned his kids and his dad and his mom. It's like, this is hip hop beef. This is how I know y'all don't know shit about hip hop, because there's no whole bars with hip hop. So yeah, man, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Oh yeah, I meant to show this. This is why I was over here. Chicago Bulls Central. I told y'all the merch was coming. The merch is here. We got long sleeve tees, short sleeve tees, hoodies, and joggers with the like how like the old school Bulls shorts are with the Chicago Bulls in the front. It has Chicago Bulls in the Chicago Bulls Central on the front. We marched out now. Like look at this, man. Look at that. We marched out now. Listen. That's why I was over here, because it's a wider angle so you can see more. But so for the shirts, I was gonna announce it. So for the first week, so from today until next Friday, right? That's more than a week. The shirts are on sale for $15. The short sleeve tees. The long sleeve tees are $18, and the hoodies, I can't really discount those because they're expensive to make. The hoodies are $25. So that's the price for the first week. Now, after the first week, the t-shirts go up to $19. Manufacturer, I got to sell it for that. But for the first week, you can get them for $15 for the short sleeve tees, $18 for the long sleeve tees. You have to email me though, because I don't have like the store or anything set up. So here down below, if you want the t-shirt, you have to tell me your size. You want the long sleeve, the short sleeve, and you got to give me your address, and then I can take payments over Cash App. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do it for the t-shirt sales. If you guys want the t-shirts, make sure you're tuned in. No link as of yet. I honestly, so this was the sample of the merch, and so when I saw it, I was like, literally, because I told you guys I was having a hard time getting somebody to do the merch because some of the sellers that I used for my other podcast were just timid about the Chicago Bulls being in the name. They didn't want to open themselves up to any possible trademarks. I own the trademark for Chicago Bulls Central though, so I found a seller that was fine with it. So yeah, this was unexpected. I got it in today, and I was like, this shit got to go on sale. So there you go. There you go. All right. Who's the most underrated Bulls player of all time in your opinion? I have to really say that's not something I think I can answer off the top of my head. I would really have to look at that heavily. And I think BJ Armstrong would have to be on the list somewhere, but you may have just given me some content to work with. I may have to think that one through a little bit. Damn, they fired McCott one for sure. I appreciate that, man. So, also let me know the color. So they come in black, they come in red, and they also come in white. So those are the 3 colors that we have so far. I'm thinking about doing like a light gray one as well. But yeah, there you go. Okay, one thing with the merch, and Jay Hamad, I'm glad you said that. I cannot ship overseas with the seller that I use right now. I'll work on finding the seller for overseas. If anybody has anyone that does overseas shipping, and you can create your own custom shirts, send me the website. I'll get them made for y'all. But yeah. Big merch guy. I have so many Bulls tees, it's crazy. What's going on, Samir 60? What's going on? So pumped for the new Bears channel. I am too. Like when I tell you the logo coming together, I think is what really solidified to me. Once I got that finalized logo that I posted, it was like, damn, this is really finna happen. The same thing happened with Chicago Bulls Central. Like Chicago Bulls Central was an idea I kicked around for so long, and then honestly, it was still a little timid about starting it. But then once I saw the logo and everything for it, it was like, nah, it's time. It's time. Here's some info for you tonight. In half an hour or so, the All-Star reserves will be announced on TNT. Yeah, I know they're going to be announced today. I can't wait, man. Zach better be on there. Zach better be on there. In the dunk contest, participants are JTA on the Warriors, Obi Tippin, Cole Anthony, and Jalen Green. I actually like that. I like that lineup for sure. First of all, you're a Simmons fan. That's an automatic L for you. So hey, it is what it is. What's going on, Brandon? What's up, brother? Again, let's go ahead and show this merch. This T-shirt. I'm proud of this, man. I'm really proud of how this. I know it's just the logo, but I'm really proud of just the quality and everything of it. And when you guys order it, you'll see like this is a quality T-shirt, comfortable as hell and everything too. So, yeah. I'm watching Joker right now while listening to you, man. This movie's so good. I just read Joker 2 is official too. I don't know if that's official. I think that's still technically a rumor. The studio has not released that at all. That was a rumor that came out. You know how like it goes with websites and everything. One website posted Joker 2 was happening, and everybody kind of just ran with that and added to it. I don't think the studio has officially announced that Joker 2 is happening. Now, if that's happened since I've like been down here, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do know Scream 6 is officially happening. That is official. So yeah. Brandon Peck. It's been good, man. It's been good. Oh hell no! You skipped my comment. Bulls win 130. Hey, Bookie. All right, Corey. My bad, man. We gotta get this idiot Simmons up out of here. Smear 60. Get him up out of here permanently. No timeout. Get him out. We don't have time for idiots. We don't have time for idiots. Let's get on with this. Andrew Wiggins should have been an all-star reserve, not a starter. So many players deserve to start over him. I don't want to take anything away from him, but he hasn't proven enough to start. For sure. Definitely. Like I can understand him being named as a reserve and everything. It just him being named as a starter was so crazy. Especially with the way that happened. Like some K-pop star told people to vote for him. K-pop's huge, so like people voted for him that weren't even necessarily like fans of basketball. So it sucks that it happened that way, but it is what it is. Imagine being a Ben Simmons fan and making a whole YouTube account for a man whose career peaked during his rookie season, which is technically his sophomore season. Wow. That's ether. Somebody play ether beat. That he just ethered that, man. That is hilarious, bro. Hilarious. I was at the Chicago versus Magic game on Tuesday. TV doesn't make IO justice. The kid hustles like no one else on the court. I was most impressed by him. Debo, Zach will always ball out. For sure, Diego. That is 100% fact. Hope everyone heats up early so Zach and Debo can sit the fourth and be ready for our back-to-back. Kobe White for 30. This is absolutely a game, and I think regardless, right? I really think regardless, Zach doesn't play in the fourth quarter. I think you kind of, and if it is, maybe a couple of minutes, maybe if it's tight and we think we can take the lead. But I think this is a game, especially considering back spasms and the fact that they thought about holding them out in this game in general. I think this is a game that we just may not see Zach much after the third quarter. Maybe even then, especially if we have a lead. So depending on how things go in tonight's game, if we get good Vooch and he shows up big, depending on what we get from Io and what he's been doing running the team, this may be a game. And if Kobe's shooting well as well, that we do let Zach get a pseudo rest in a way, like especially in the second half. The Bulls need to hold on to leads as well. Hold on to that third quarter for sure to make that a possibility though. Bro, the Bulls got more fans in Toronto than Toronto fans in Toronto. Team's trash. I said it. Toronto Raptors fans are the Drake fans of basketball. Andrew overrated, don't get me wrong. He's a nice two-way player, but as an all-star starter, no, should have been Devin Booker. I don't disagree with you at all. Here's what I found. Uh-oh. Let's get the W tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to definitely grab a hoodie from you. Keep up the great work, brother. I appreciate you, Brandon. I appreciate you, man. I'm so happy, bro, that we got that we finally got the merch out. I'm just happy that we do. It's long overdue. People have been asking for it for a while, so I'm happy that it happened. If we see a lot of Zach tonight, I'm guessing he will sit tomorrow. Remember the last time the Bulls made the playoff? That's not the last time we made the playoffs, you idiot. This is what solidifies my thing on Raptors fans are Drake fans of basketball. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. The last time we made the playoffs, MJ carried us. Come on, man. You don't know what the fuck you talking about, bro. Honestly, I'm fine if they sit Zach tonight. DeMar got a deserved off night, and I feel like Zach also deserves one, especially with back spasm. So they've already said that he is playing. I don't know if you were in here when I said that. So it did come out. Zach is available to play tonight. But I do think that if we need a big game from Zach today to win, that he absolutely sits tomorrow. So the best thing that can happen is the Bulls play solidly, and we don't need to rely heavily on Zach tonight. That's for sure. Bro, that means I'll have to fly over to you to buy merch. We'll figure something out. Man. Honestly, I'm fine if they. Oh, I already read that one. For those who are saying Book should start over Wiggins, might not know how the positioning works. The starters right now, they have 3 backcourt players. Cat should be the starter. Wiggins was in as a forward. I don't even pay attention. I don't know what position Wiggins plays anymore, but that would make sense if he was in as a forward. Brother means I'll have to fly. Oh, I already read that one. I remember when Derrick Rose took us to the Eastern Conference Finals. Yep. Hey, it's the same. It has to be the same person. So that's what I mean. It's literally, I think somebody said it. That's an 8-year-old that started watching the Raps in the finals. That's for sure. That is for sure. Raptors fan win 1 ring and they're a great team. Crazy. Definitely getting me some merch. I hope you put some Chicago Bulls Central house shoes on there. I need some comfortable. Oh, man. New Nuts in the building. I haven't seen you in a while, bro. Damn, Haize, I got to get me that merch. Listen, hey, everybody who wants – now, I can't ship overseas as of right now. I'll work on it to see how quick I can get that fixed. But as of right now, you have to be in the continental USA. If you want the order, send me the size, address, and we'll work out the cash app after you send me the details. That's the email to send it to. Again, we have long sleeve shirts and short sleeve shirts in both white, red, and black. And then we have hoodies as well, pullover hoodies available as well. So that's what we got. Short sleeves are $15. Long sleeves are $18. The hoodies are $25. And those pricings for the shirts, not the hoodie, the pricing for the shirts are only for this week. So until next Friday. Just FYI on that. Let's see what else we got. Who's your favorite player in the NBA that's not on the Bulls? For me, it got to be John Morant. John Morant, not John Morant. John Morant is up there, but I've always said it's LaMelo Ball, and I'm not even one of the Ball family fans. Like before Lonzo got here, I watched Lonzo when we played against his team that they belong. I was not one of the people who like are big on Ball family. I'm not one of those Ball family stands. But LaMelo is just like LaMelo is one of my favorite young players, period, man. If the Bulls would have got LaMelo Ball, man, you would have seen me be crazy. So Toronto got a championship from a rental player. That is hilarious. Hilarious. He got his title and dip because you know what? Motherfuckers don't want to live in Toronto is a beautiful city, but the code in Toronto, Kawhi said, listen here, I'm from Cali. I'm going back home. Fuck y'all niggas. Fuck everyone on the Raptors other than Van Vliet. Yeah, I like a lot of the players. Honestly, I do like a lot of the players on the Raptors for sure. John Moore, and that is hilarious, man. Where's BKR Sport? BKR has not been around. I know he's covering a lot of sports. I'm sure he's gearing up to do his live call on the Bulls, man. Thoughts on the Benny the Butcher and J. Cole single? Listen, is there an artist that doesn't miss on, like, both Benny and Cole? They don't miss on features, right? So to have them on the track together, fire. I'd enjoy watching Derek Favors. Y'all silly, man. Haize, you going into the Basketball Hall of Fame somehow. I feel it. You too innovative not to be on the map in the social media world. Listen, I am notoriously terrible at promoting this show on social media. Like, the fact that we've grown to what we've grown to in this amount of time has literally been crazy, because I honestly think I've only posted maybe 5 of the episodes I've done to social media to promote it. Like, I literally do not post, and I need to get better on it. Like, there are certain clips that I've posted, but I'm just terrible. I'm notoriously terrible at promoting this podcast on social media. The fact that so keep in mind, we just passed, what did we just pass? I can't remember the number we're at. Let's see. Let's see where we're at. Where is, there we go. So we are at subscribe. Oh, this is the wrong goddamn show. Listen, I'm not finna check it right now. I will check the shit later. But I think we're at like almost 4.6 thousand. And we've done that in right around 6 months, 6.5 months. And that is strictly just from the algorithm of YouTube working for me. Like, if I ever start getting dangerous at actually promoting this show, we probably would be twice as big as what we are right now. Would you rather lose today against the Raptors or lose tomorrow? I wouldn't rather lose nothing. Listen, I don't want to lose ever, but just because the Raptors fans being bitches, like, I don't want to lose against the Raptors. Sup, Haize, off topic. What do you think is Troy Brown's ceiling? And if we shop him, should we do? Well, it has to be this season, because I doubt the Bulls are going to re-sign him next season. He's a free agent at the end of the season. So if we're talking about Troy Brown Jr., what his ceiling is, I really can't. Like, he is such a sporadic player. Like, there are some nights he looks amazing defensively. There are some nights he can shoot the ball damn near, I wouldn't say lights out, but he shoots the ball very effectively. Like, you would think with his size, his athleticism, his length, that he can be a really good 3-and-D player. He still very well may turn into that. I forget how old Troy Brown Jr. is, but he still has, what did you like, 23, I think? So he still has a lot of room for growth, and he could develop into that 3-and-D player. And I think that's ultimately any ceiling that he has. That's it. Troy Brown Jr. is only 22 years old. So, I just don't think the Bulls are going to re-sign him right now. I think if he was more consistent, they would. But considering that this is their championship window, I think they may let Troy Brown Jr. go and bring in a veteran who's more consistent to try to take us to the help us contribute next season. But I mean, he still has a lot of potential, especially at 22 years old. You're talking about somebody who's the same age as Kobe White. I mean, Kobe and Io. He's the same age as around them both. So because of that, you don't really. He's so inconsistent, and you don't want to bet on that. I think if he goes to another team where he can develop a little bit more, it may be different. I just don't see the Bulls keeping him past the season. Drake doesn't miss on features because Drake steals every style. Like, Drake has the affinity gauntlet of styles. He culture vultures everyone else. Everyone else. Like, when he started doing the whole European drill music, it was like, look, it's one too many. He tried to switch up his accents. Drake doesn't know who he is. That's why Pusha T's disc was so amazing. Drake doesn't know who he is, but it's worked to him because his fans, Drake fans, don't give a damn about hip hop. Right? The sport of hip hop, the ideal of not just wordplay. He's a great wordplay, but actual lyricism. Drake fans don't give a damn about that. I know I made the comparison to Raptors fans to Drake fans, but Drake fans are very much like Trump supporters in the fact that they didn't really give a damn about politics before him. They love Trump. So it's like that. It's like that. People forget the Butler, Wade, Rondo team were making a push until Rondo. Well, they did make the playoffs, and they very well could have won that playoff series for sure. For sure. Brandon holding down for Brandy, who's not here. Get the likes up. Get them damn likes up, man. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. Are you excited for the new Batman? Absolutely. I think it's going to be one of the best superhero movies of all time. Period. Do you think Patrick Williams will come back before the regular season ends? I think it's going to be either that or not at all, right? I don't know if they will allow Patrick Williams to come back. Well, by that I don't mean like by rules. I just mean, do the Bulls risk any type of chemistry thing, or if he can come back, even if he comes back with 5-6 games left in the regular season, I think that they do that to allow him to get into rhythm. You got to think it's not a shooting risk. On top of that is his defense that we need more than anything. So we'll see. Congrats on your channel. I got done listening to your previous Bulls video on my way home from work. Keep it up. I appreciate you, King Solomon. I appreciate you, brother. Glad to have you here. Julia's in the building. What's going on, Julia? Oh, that is a good question, Reginald Short. This is what I think. Derrick Jones Jr., another young player, and with young players, when they're up on that deal, when Derrick Jones Jr. got the contract he got, it was projected as a starter, right? They gave him that because they really thought he was going to develop into a starter for them, and he still has some skills for that. I like the idea of bringing Derrick Jones Jr. back, but it's what the cost is going to be. He's getting paid over $10 million a year right now. I don't see the Bulls offering him that. With Ayo's extension coming up, the offseason after this one, what they decided to do with Kobe White, Patrick Williams' extension is only a couple of years away as well. If Derrick Jones Jr. wants to stay around that $10 to $12 million range, I don't think they can bring him back. If he takes a pay cut, then I think if you can get him around mid-level exception type money, meaning around the $7-8 million, I think the Bulls bring him back for sure. Because look at what he can do playing the three. Hell, he played the backup center for us, and effectively at that. I think you bring a player like that, because one thing that the Bulls are going to need, their starting lineup is kind of set for the future, right? For the foreseeable future, once Patrick Williams is healthy. But you want a lot of versatile players coming off the bench for injuries' sake, for, just the sake of versatility's sake. So when you look at the Bulls bench, we know Caruso's going to be here. We know Ayo's going to be here. Like I said, if Kobe's not traded this season, I think that means they probably plan on keeping him as well. So your guard wing are all set there. The rest of everything else you need to fill out is all versatile players who can play 3-4, 4-5, 2-3 in some cases. So he fits that. I think what the Bulls are ultimately going to have to do is decide between Javonte Green and Derrick Jones Jr. I think that's what's going to make the decision for the Chicago Bulls. Javonte Green is a much older player. He's 28 years old, I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on Javonte Green. I can look it up real quick. Let's see how old Javonte is. Yeah, Javonte is 28 years old. So do the Bulls bet? Then again, this is if Derrick Jones Jr. stays around, or is willing to come back around $7-8-9 million. Do the Bulls bring back Javonte? Because Javonte's in the contract next season, but do they bet on Derrick Jones Jr. long term, or is it Javonte long term? I think that's what it's going to boil down to. Laxus says they shouldn't play Zach tonight, then come back tomorrow, then give Vooch rest. I mean, again, keep in mind, it's back spasms. Like, I think sometimes we're overprotective. He's going to get a rest day. Don't get me wrong. But, it kind of is what it is there. Haize, my man, these pregame shows are dope as hell, especially for us on the West Coast. Hey, I appreciate it. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it, Rick, man. I really do. Got to see you do a review on the Batman. Yes, absolutely. On the film channel, I will have a Batman review. You ain't got to worry about that. I already got my T-shirt for the review. I like to, I have a huge graphic tee collection, and I have a huge between my graphic tees and just Bulls merch alone, between hoodies, tees, jerseys. I got literally probably 60 Bulls merch items. Graphic tees, probably hundreds. Literally, there are times where I pull something out, because I have these totes that I put things in when I need to make room in my closet. And there's times I pull out a shirt and it's like, damn, I just bought another one of these a month ago. So yeah, my tee collection is huge. Do you think this game will be high scoring? Who do you have winning it tonight? This is what I'll say. If this game isn't high scoring, I think that bodes well for the Bulls, right? I think that bodes well for the Bulls because they have the better scoring again, but it can be high scoring. I think what we're seeing, especially with the Bulls defense not being what it once was at the beginning of the season, I definitely think this game is going to be definitely in the hundreds and tens, if not 20s, for sure. MJV, first of all, fuck Grayson Allen. What do you think about these? I had a whole video on it, so I don't know if you got a chance to see my video from earlier today, the pre-recorded one, but I think it's all noise. I think it's writers trying to come up with headlines that they think are going to get clicks because it just doesn't matter. But that's what I think. But I do think that there's a chance that maybe that means that either the Bulls are going to be trading a guard to bring in a big, or the injury to Caruso or Lonzo may be keeping them out longer than we think. So we'll see. Alex Lorez asks, are you taking Raptors tomorrow or Bulls tomorrow? I'm taking Bulls tomorrow because look at how this team's been playing with him. I mean, like what he's been able and how he evolved his game going through the Spurs and being there for a while is tantamount to how good he is on this team. So no, I'm absolutely taking Bulls version for sure. What's up, man? How you feeling about the game tonight? I'm feeling like the Bulls need to execute on both sides of the ball. That's what I'm feeling. Just told the Bulls channel on Discord to subscribe to your channel. Well, thank you, Brendan. I appreciate you, brother. We got to share the word because I'm telling you, I'm not good at promoting this show at all. I'm not. What do you think Mandalorian season 3? Well, first of all, listen, y'all love, like, I know y'all know I have a hip hop channel and I have a separate film channel. I need y'all to subscribe to these channels because they don't have nearly the fan base that the Chicago Bulls do. And you guys seem to like me talking about those other things. So subscribe over there so we can get things popping over there. Mandalorian season 3, I think we got a taste of it in not this episode of Boba Fett, but the episode before this last one. I think it's going to be him traveling to Mandalore. And we're gonna find out that there's life on Mandalore, and he's gonna find that's where his opponent's gonna be. Whatever the villain is for that is going to be on Mandalore, and I think we're gonna see Boba Fett. I think we're going to see Din, which is Mando. I think we're gonna see him really learn what outside of the radical version of the Mandalorians that he grew up under, what Mandalorians really are like. New Nut is always in the building, mate. Been working too much lately. Unfortunately, time difference sucks as well, but never miss an episode, mate, even if it's not live. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the support. By the way, I know you aren't you haven't been a Book of Boba Fett fan, but yesterday's episode, yes, it's funny that the best episodes of Boba Fett haven't really had Boba Fett in them. There's something to that. Can you do a podcast on Marvel, DC, and Star Wars? Not enough black people on YouTube discussions. My film channel, I discuss it all. Like really, I'm the reason why I don't do it as consistently is because that channel has been around for like a year and it just doesn't. Even the podcast version, it doesn't have necessarily the fan base as my solo podcast and in this one. But yeah, I talk about all of it. Here's what I think the 3-point contest should be: Clay, Patty Williams, Desmond Bain, Evan Fournier, and Luke Kennard. That would be a dangerous one. I like that. DC or MCU. Or if we're talking movies, it's MCU all the way. And just that's not that the DC movies are bad. I think that what they did was disjointed. And I'm not one of those people who think, oh, well, they should have did a bunch of solo movies before they got to Justice League. No, they didn't have to copy what Marvel did with the Avengers. I just think that they should have allowed Zack Snyder to have his vision and the thing that made the MCU special is that Kevin Feige had a vision and they didn't deter from that vision until they got to Endgame and they got to that point. What the DCEU needed was if Zack Snyder was going to be your guy, then you should have let him complete it. Even if they had, I know certain Batman versus Superman didn't do what they thought they should have let him complete his vision fully, whatever that was. I think that's what you bet on creators. This Batman, what they're doing now with the Batman, what they did with the Joker, I think that's going to put them in a place where they focus more individual and they tell some overarching things. Like we know the Flash movie is going to be bringing things and it's going to be connected to what happened before it. Aquaman 2 still happening. So things like that. But I think that they don't need to worry about the team up, so to say. They need to just tell great stories. If a team up comes down the line, it comes down the line. I'm taking Green because he's way cheaper. Well, it's not just about cheapness. Keep that in mind. Like, don't get me wrong. I love Javonte Green, right? I love his energy. I think he's even going to be more dangerous when he is able to come off the bench because you can play Javonte Green, the 2, 3, or the 4, and you know he's going to bring energy. You know he's going to be able to defend. I think all that. I love Javonte Green as a player, but it's not just about cheapness, right? You have to think long term. Like Javonte Green is having an amazing season. He's 28 years old. He'll be 29 next season. I mean, hey, it remains whatever. I trust the front office, right? That's the thing that I always default to. I really trust the front office. So we'll see. Let's see what else we got. Alex Caruso's in the building. What's going on? What's going on? How's your wrist, man? How's your wrist? Shay in the building. Sorry, I'm wanted. I was asleep. Don't know what I guess you're saying you were late, but it's fine. By the way, merch. Merch is in the building. Merch is in the building. We got the merch, people. Everybody, I'm gonna stay on until they at least announce the All-Star reserve. So let me know, guys. Literally, the moment that it happens and that it comes out, please let me know so we can talk about it. Because I know damn well Zach LaVine better be on that reserve list. If he's not, we fucking riot. Period. We riot if he's not on the reserves list. Ricky Fontaine's in the building. Ball moving for 4 quarters. Good quality shots because they're gonna go zone and they keep the ball in eye on DeMar's hands when they decide to press in the second. Listen, they need Vooch in the post needs to absolutely be a thing. And I know people are going to say Vooch hasn't historically had best games against the Raptors, and that's true. But they need to be there. They need to be there. Brandon Peck, I'll be back, even if I don't write anything. Appreciate you, brother. This is true. DC, listen. Well, here's the thing that I'll say. Snyder's version of the Justice League film, I think it still could have been condensed down so it wasn't 4 hours for sure and still been a really good movie. But I really do I think that movie would have been something more akin to like the lower. It still wouldn't have made $1 billion, but I think it probably would have made probably more like between 600 and 700 million and still technically been a hit. But yeah, man, it just sucks. Moon Knight and the Dark Side of Marvel. But listen, they're doing that. They're doing Werewolf by Night. We know Blade's coming. There's reports that like Black Knight is going to be in Blade as well. Like I really do. The thing that's going to make, because Marvel's already done the shared universe thing, right? The big team ups, and they're still going to do team ups. We know they're going to do Avengers 5, things like that. But the thing that really can differentiate Marvel in this next phase of whatever they do is having more weird corners of the MCU for sure. All right. So what else we got? All right, I'm going to try to mitigate the TV conversation for the people who are here for Bulls talk. When I get my money soon, I'll definitely scooping up a long sleeve. Hey man, listen, I appreciate you, and this is what I need y'all to do. Right, for anyone who does cop a tea, I need you guys to all post it, tag the podcast wherever you do. I help get the name out. One thing that I have noticed, like, I posted a picture of me in the tee, and like so many Bulls fans DM me about it who have never even heard of Chicago Bulls Central. So hopefully that brings more people onto it as well. One thing that I do say, all my mods, right? All my mods, email me your shirt size and your address. I got to take care of my mods. I hope nobody else is offended by that. So my mods, give me those emails. I'll get you your tees. So. I'll fucking throw hands if Zach LaVine is in the reserve. God damn. Wow. All right. Well, Do the Bulls have the foundation to build it? Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Well, let's say dynasty, I wouldn't say you have to win a title to say you have a foundation to win the dynasty. So I wouldn't say that. They have the great foundation to build a championship contending team, but you have to win one first before we can say dynasty and how you win that. Dynasty is so much more than just winning a title. Dynasty means that you can be in contention for years and years and years. I think that you have to not necessarily win or go to the finals this many times, but you have to be in championship contention, me personally, for at least 5 years for you to be a dynasty, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Then you still have to win at least 2 to 3 titles, in my opinion. So, Gabriel, well, listen, on the pregame shows, we kind of go everywhere. We literally go everywhere on pregames. So it is what it is, man. I know Desumu's finna make a double-double on this game. Hey, I've been saying it before, man, and it has not happened, so we'll see. Large. LaVine just got, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm motherfucking talking about. He better have been a goddamn reserve. Listen, y'all would have seen me live on air go the fuck off. Like, I know y'all seen Petty Roosevelt come out before. Y'all wouldn't have been necessarily surprised by that, but I think the vitriol in which I would have come out had Zach LaVine not been named as a reserve. I know it was a very small chance that it happened, but yeah. Had a daddy mode real quick. And my man Lonzo said he's going to dominate the playoffs soon. Well, more power to him. I hope so. Playing NBA 2K22 made a build for a power forward, and I'm playing on the Bulls. We cleaned them, bro. Why do people bring two? Like, listen, Gaia, no offense to you, but I don't know why they bring that to basketball conversation, but I feel you. ESPN has us losing tonight. Not surprised with that either. Thanks, Haize. Appreciate it. Listen, I told you I was going to take care of y'all. I told you I was going to take care of you guys. Honestly, between Ayo and Lonzo, who runs the pick and roll better? Keep it. This is what I'll say. It depends on the player they're doing the pick and roll with, because that Lonzo Derrick Jones Jr. pick and roll was dangerous. I think the Lonzo Derrick Jones Jr. pick and roll was better than the Ayo Vooch pick and roll. That's just my opinion. But with that being said, Ayo is definitely a great pick and roll player for sure. I want to see a more Tyler Cook, Ayo Dosunmu pick and roll as well. Who do you want to send it to? What are you talking about? If we make the Schroeder trade, Kobe will be traded for some good big like her. Well, okay, good. That's the thing that bothers me with that. It shouldn't take Kobe to trade. And then what happens to your bench scoring? Listen, one of the things that's been great about the Bulls, especially their guards, is the guards all have length and are either tall. What's happening with Schroeder's 6'1"? Like, I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I wouldn't necessarily say that either. That's not always true in the playoffs. The team with the best matchups and that can execute the best X and O's usually wins in the playoffs. Now, sometimes that is because they have the better player, but that's not always true. I wouldn't say they're always the better player. In that case, LeBron would have, well, how many years has he been in the league? 18. He'd have 18 titles, because more times than not, LeBron James is the best player on the court, especially when he was younger. So no, it's not always about the team with the best player. It's the team that can make the best adjustments. It's the team who has the best game plan. You still have to have talent to do that as well, but usually it's more than just that. It's more than just that. Can you take advantage of mismatches? Those are the type of things that win playoff games. It's not just that. It's not just that. So again, it's not just, and the people think more about, it's not about one-on-one. Great teams, it's not about one-on-one defense. So it's not about just stopping the players one-on-one. Even if you let Giannis go off for 60 points in the finals and in the series, that's still 60 points. The other players around him have to still chip in big. So no, it's not about that. I don't agree with you there, MJV. What's up, Haize? Bulls got a tough one. Nikola has to play well, or this will be a long game. Well, we need Nikola to play well all the time, but well is variance, right? So we don't need him to play necessarily great. We don't need him to have a 20-16 game or not, but we need Nikola in his minutes to play and to make the Raptors guard him in the post. That's what we need. Was Golden State the last dynasty, and how good was also, what do you think about the Spurs? That Spurs dynasty was one of the longest ones when you think about it, because they were in contention. What did they? How many rings did Duncan win? Was it 4? But you don't think of it as, because back then, like, it was really only, you only heard players say that our teams say that they were dynasties if they won 3 titles, sometimes even in a row, maybe 3 out of 4 years. But the Spurs were in contention for probably the longest in that time, as far as it being stretched out. Golden State was definitely a dynasty. They were absolutely a dynasty. So, Tyler, yes, LaVine is going to be available tonight. That doesn't mean how much he's going to be playing, but he is available to play tonight. Let's see. Honestly, I think it's too soon to rule out the Portland pick. The Blazers are still in play in right now. Yeah, hey, you got a point there. You definitely have a point. Playoffs all about matchup. These teams who face a tougher opponent in the second round of the conference finals. Yes, for sure. Oh, bro, I'm Android all the day. I'm Samsung. My Samsung Z Fold 3 is over there. The iPhone is my work phone. The only reason I own an Apple device is because of work. That's it. I am a Samsung Knight every day. Samsung smartwatch on my wrist. I'm Samsung all day. I'm getting one of those Samsung Freestyle projectors for the studio. I don't know if you guys have been hip to that. I'm a Samsung person all day long. My washer and dryer Samsung. So yeah. Kobe not hitting his shot lately, but he's playing terrific, playing aggressive with less decision making. Do you agree? Yes. Kobe, and one thing that he wasn't doing early on, when Kobe first started hitting that dry patch where his shots weren't falling, Kobe wasn't putting it on the ball. Kobe, what we're seeing now with Kobe is he's saying, hey, if I don't have my shot, I'm putting the ball on the floor. I'm either going to get to the cup or I'm going to make a good pass. That wraparound pass he made, we wouldn't have seen that from Kobe. Not in that situation. Kobe is developing into a complete player. Still, that doesn't mean, I know people are going to say his defense, he's still not going to ever be the greatest one-on-one defender, but we're seeing his weak side defense grow. His off-the-ball defense is getting so much better. Yeah, Kobe is really, really developing for sure. See what else we got. The Bulls need a point guard that can push the pace off the bench, more speed. It's on. What's on? What's on? I thought the game didn't start till 7:30. Am I tripping? Yeah, the game doesn't start till 7:30. What's on? Honestly, you guys should look out for the Cavs during the trade deadline. I think they may pick up Brandon Ingram. What? No. For who? No. Because I don't know if you guys know or not. I don't think I was on this channel. I don't think I was on the channel. I think I may have been on Flight Sports TV. I love Brandon Ingram. I love Brandon Ingram and his game. And I really do think if you get Brandon Ingram in the right situation with the right players around him, we're going to see Brandon Ingram develop into a superstar. Mark my words. And I could be wrong, but I love Brandon Ingram's game. Brandon Ingram is one of those players that if the Bulls were like, we traded Patrick Williams and Kobe White for Brandon Ingram, I know this is like blasphemy. I would not be mad at that trade. I love Brandon Ingram as a player. So if the Cavs get Brandon Ingram and we have to play them 4 times a year and he gets to play next to Mobley and Jared Allen, oh, fuck, man. God damn. Or did you read that somewhere, Smear 60? Put the link in the chat to where you read that. I got to catch up on that. 7:30 my time, bro. I'm in Eastern, so it's 7:30 my time. It's 7 now already in my time. It's 7:30 my time. J3 Cabrera, yeah, I love it. Listen, I'm telling y'all, like I really love Brandon Ingram as a player, man. I really do love his game. I really thought that Zoe Ingram and Fat Boy, what's his name now? Zion, were really going to be like the next great like triplet. Like I really did, and it just didn't happen, man. It didn't happen. Devin Booker's reserve, well deserved. I feel like Brandon Ingram will fit well on the current Wizards team for whatever reason. Listen, the Wizards, the Blazers, and to the point that we shouldn't give up on necessarily the Portland pick. The Blazers could do something very interesting, right? Dame, they're in the play-in. Dame is coming back this season. And Anthony Simmons looks like a beast. If they say, hey, we can trade McCollum, or hell, even they say, hey, we can trade Simmons, Anthony Simmons, and bring in a really good third piece for us, of course, with other things. Listen, Portland is crazy, man. That's why I'm doing the trade deadline live stream, because I really do think this trade deadline is going to be bananas. Not necessarily for the Bulls, but bananas. You down south? No, I'm Midwest, but I'm as far east as you can go in the Midwest. I'm in Ohio, so. Listen, Brandon, that's when I'd be willing. Listen, I'm going to be beating my chest. I'm going to go crazy. If the Bulls were able to land, again, it's not going to happen. Let me be clear. It's not going to happen. But if it were to happen, man, that's just going to be crazy. Crazy. If the Bulls trade Patrick Williams and Kobe for Brandon Ingram, I would personally walk down there and bring him. Listen, I will listen, everything in my savings, they can have it. You need me to help pay his contract? I will sell drugs. I will turn into Jamie St. Patrick to be able to afford Brandon Ingram's contract so that Reinsdorfs don't have to pay the luxury tax personally. I don't know what I would go batshit ass crazy if and the funny thing is, right? As much as I'm saying it's not gonna happen, it's never gonna happen. That's the type of shit that AK and Eversley would do that none of us would expect, right? It would probably, like, if they would probably trade Ingram, I'm sorry, Kobe, Patrick Williams. I think we can trade our first round pick again in 2027. That's definitely gone. Joakim Noah as what his role is on the team. The Jordan statue. All that shit gotta go. All that shit gotta no. Keep my Jordan statue, but you know what I mean. The Blazers is not being coached right now. They got a damn good team. They do. Cognac boys, I think Dame and CJ gone. I don't think Dame is. Like, Dame seems to really want to stay there. So I don't think Dame is. CJ, though, definitely think CJ's up out of there. Almost forgot that Zion Fat Boy was in the NBA until you mentioned him right now. He might as well not be, man. When you move into Chicago, oh, bro, I would love to. I would love to, especially for what I do with photography, to be in a city like Chicago, but it's probably not going to happen, man. If I move again, it's going to be to, like, Texas. Dallas is like my dream place to move to. My dad's been trying to get me to move to Cali for years as well. So, Diego, I don't know if you know or not, but I don't go to Cleveland. I will not step foot in Cleveland, Ohio, because it's literally the most depressing place in the world. Not going to do it. Saw someone talking about John Collins being a good deal for the Bulls. What do you think? Okay, here's what I think. He could be, right? Collins is one of those players that you could see him blossoming, getting into the right culture. Not to say that he hasn't blossomed to a degree, but you can really see him probably unlocking his game a little bit more. So I think the question you have to ask is, would you rather have Patrick Williams or would you rather have John Collins? Because it's definitely going to take Patrick Williams to bring in John Collins. And for me, right, and only because the nature of how John Collins gets his offense more times than not, I think you have to intentionally run it for him more. And I worry about what that does to the team chemistry. But I will say that if the front office did make a trade for Collins, I wouldn't be mad at it. Did you just say you'd go? Oh, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. A combination of Jamie St. Patrick, my boy from Breaking Bad, and Marty from Ozark. A combination of all three of them. Listen, I will be the biggest drug kingpin in the world, and it would only be to pay off Brandon Ingram's contract so the Reinsdorfs won't have to. I'm telling y'all, like, period. That's a good trade for the Pelicans also. It really is. Especially, like, not knowing what's going on with Zion, it really would be a good trade for them. Cat, what about Cat? What happened with Cat? Would I trade for Cat? No, I'm good on that. Haize, Ingram is my dream. I've been saying this to myself. I love Brandon Ingram. Game we will win championships. Yes. I step in Cleveland, Ohio, and I pull my pants down in front of these fans. I mean, that's fuck. People in Cleveland, like y'all saw Quan, like he never showed up to another chat again. People in Cleveland are bitches. It's not because of that. Like I show my dick in Cleveland. Why would I want to subject myself to that ickiness? Like I have too much respect for myself. What up, Haize? Short Brown Jr. and a pick for Dennis Schroeder and Kobe White for Bashar. I have heard this rumor. No, no, not at all. Would I step foot in? Absolutely. Listen, y'all might have just found what's going to get me to Cleveland. Absolutely. That's not even a doubt. What's up? Oh, we ran out. No, we got pretzels. You want some pretzels? Yeah. You got to wait. I'm almost done streaming. Come here. Now you got to say hi. You know you got to say hi when you walk in on me streaming. Come say hi to everyone because they need to know who I'm talking to. Hi. All right, say go Bulls. Go Bulls. All right, give me a hug. I love you, dude. I'll be in there. I'll be upstairs in a minute. Are you looking at yourself? Stop being conceited. Go. Get out of here. Bye. I love you, dude. Why not, Cat? He's good, bro. Listen, because here's what I'll say. If we didn't have Vooch, absolutely. But I just don't like. There's something about Cat. This is what I'll say. Outside of his voice just being annoying as shit, there's just something about Cat as a player that I don't know. I just get. I don't know. Just weird vibes about him as a player. Like I think Cat is going to be would be, even if you put him on the perfect team for him, that he'd be one of those players that play great in the regular season, but he chokes every year in the playoffs. That's just what I worry about. Listen, it's unfounded, but that's what I worry about when it comes to Cat. Bulls need a dog type player as well. I think we have our dog in Javonte Green. I think if Javonte Green came off the bench, you'd see even more of it. Young fella needs a Bulls hat on. Oh, he has tons of Bulls merch too, but he chills. So I really think like so my son, when we watch Bulls games, he's like Batman, right? Well, he chills throughout the day. He plays Minecraft. He plays Fortnite, shit like that. And then literally, I'm like, all right, son, it's game time. Bulls playing 5 minutes. He disappears and he comes back and it's red and black, everything. So yeah. Remember you said you didn't want Karl Anthony Towns because Clint Capella bitched him in his own playoff appearance, and then Jimmy Butler proved that he's not a mentally strong player who can lead a team. Listen, man, I just don't. I don't. Jordan, what's wrong with Jordan Lucas? Wait a second. Why are we dissing Jordan Lucas, man? Cat gives me Dwight Howard personality vibes. You know what? I like that. That is absolutely. I agree with that 100%. 100%. I completely agree with that. 19 Fortnite card. What? I don't even know what the fuck that means, man. Fortnite is one of my kids try to get me to play Fortnite with them all the time. I have no idea what's happening. It seems like complete and utter chaos in Fortnite all the time. Like I feel like Fortnite was made for people with like with ADD. Like I really feel, I don't mean that as a slight. I have slight ADD, and I feel like that is like perfect. Just all that shit. Like I'm good on that. I'm good on that shit. I like Joyner, but I feel like he's always trying so hard for no reason. I feel like Joyner, once he's independent now, I feel like we're eventually going to get a Joyner album that is literally when he just says fuck the singles, fuck Oxygen, because we know he's just going to be rapping and rapping and rapping. Like I think we're going to get a fire album from him at one point for sure. They should send Ben Simmons to play to Minnesota to play with Cat. Wasted talent. Oh, Jesus, man. That is crazy. Is that yes, Zach is playing tonight, brother. Dan Richardson. He is playing tonight. By the way, all right. So y'all know Chicago Bears Central is starting shortly. I dropped the logo for it. Here's what I need to know from you guys, right? For the ones that are Bears fans in here, right? Would you rather me start it off with a conversation about the new GM coach, the coaching staff, all that? Or would you rather me start it about Fields? Let me know. I'm trying to find what first entryway in the content there. I might still wait till the draft. Zach goes off this game, been working himself up to this game. We'll see. I mean, he almost didn't play in this game. Reserve predictions for the East: LaVine, Harden, Irving, Allen, Garland, LaMelo, Tatum, Butler. That's very, very guard heavy, though. But hey. Let's see. Fields, my guy. Zach Lasagna. I never watched football. Should I start now? Hey, I mean, it's always a great time to watch football. Don't get me wrong. I love football. But if you're coming in as a Bear, this may be the best season to jump in as a Bears fan. Honestly, things may change. So it is what it's. So wait, Ingram didn't make the All-Star team? See, man, that's some bullshit. Well, I guess his team isn't winning, but Jesus. Man. All right. That's crazy. That's crazy. Trying to find everything is the Western Conference reserves. So why they ain't talking about the East? Nobody gives a fuck about the West. Oh well. Dan, yes, I actually will be on Windy City Breeze on Sunday, so be on the lookout for that. But all right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today. Thank you. This has probably been the most packed pregame show that we've had. Thank you for joining me for today. I'm glad we were able to know that Zach LaVine is officially a damn reserve, as he should have been. I can't believe that shit was ever in question. Never should have been, in my opinion. But hey, that's where we are. Don't forget, we have to be at least 5,000 subscribers by the end of February. It's Black History Month. We're sitting right now at 4,551. So we're 449 away. My brain just for some reason threw off. Away from hitting our desired target. We got to hit it by the end of February. I will be giving away a Bulls jersey. So some of you guys, and I know some of you guys are in here all the time. You still haven't hit the subscribe button. I was going to get on Brandy about it if she was here. Brandy, who is one of my biggest supporters, is not actually subscribed to the channel. Crazy. But that's it. I will see you guys at halftime, and I'll see you guys after the game if you can't make the halftime hangout. That's it for me. Make sure you're following the podcast at Bull Central Pod on every social media platform. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. Got the wrong thing up. Feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. And then lastly, if you want to leave a text or voicemail, you can do so at 773-270-2799. Like I like to end everything on, go Bulls. Love you guys. Peace. Win tonight. Bulls got to play solidly, god damn it. But I'll see you guys